in
Marbella?
Ask me to fire away with your questions.
What really happened in Marbella? Please tell us the truth.
The truth is, like, fucking, you can't shout and, like, you can't shout in it, Scottish girls. Now, them Scottish girls have connections with connection. Now, it is what it is. Like, bad things happen to bad people. And yeah, that's what really happened.
Two questions.
She said she's a hippie. Oh, I love hippies.
I've got two questions.
Oh, wow.
Was it old beef or turf wars?
It wasn't turf wars. It wasn't turf wars. It wasn't beef. It was just because the man had done wrong to someone. Now, a girl had put up a post. I don't know if you followed the posts on the F5.
You heard about the watch?
A little bit.
Yeah, it was. It was a girl that I was seeing in Marbella. Now, that girl's well known by Scottish people. And it is what it is. If you do wrong to people, you get bit in the ass with karma.
Yeah, it's going to catch you up, isn't it?
So this is my story of what happened that night in Sam's villa, his rented villa. So I'm not a TikTok person. I don't post on TikTok. I never have. This is probably going to be the only video that I'll ever post. I'll probably end up like just doing a voiceover because I don't even want my face to be out there, although you can see the horrible face on some of the videos, and I'll post pictures of after it, when I was obviously upset and crying and whatever. So I had been speaking to someone that, I don't want to name any names, it's not fair on other people that aren't involved in it, so I obviously need to watch what I'm saying. I was speaking to someone for a few months before I went to Marbella. They stay in Marbella also. They obviously know Sam. My second night there, they had asked me to meet up with them and go to Sam's villa. I keep doing this because he goes on about how it says and it's rented and he's got all this security. But anyway, I'll tell you everything about everything, and I don't care if anybody says I shouldn't be saying anything, but Sam's the first person to be out there and out people for this, that and the next thing, and how he's got all his security inside and outside. He's a fucking liar. So when I got there, it was just me and this person, and everything was fine. Like, they wanted to have a chilled night because they had been on it for a few nights and they had a sort of big event the next day, and I was fine, I was happy with that. So we were just sitting having a few drinks and chatting, because it was the first time that we had met in person. We'd like FaceTimed, we had been messaging for a long time. So we were just having a good wee chilled night, and then this person had got a phone call to say that Sam was coming back up, and I was like, started like, I don't feel comfortable, like I don't like him. From what I have perceived from him on social media, he comes across as someone that he definitely is not. To me, he's a fucking cardboard gangster. He thinks he's something that he isn't. Like, if you are someone who is anybody who's going to post herself all over social media the way he does, and for the age of me as well, the way he acts. But regardless, this is my story, what happened. So we ended up just like chilling out in their bedroom. We were watching stuff on TV, we kind of fell asleep, and then the next thing we kind of got woke up with people coming in, and this person had told me like it was Sam and some other friends that had came back, and that was fine. That person had got up to go through and speak to them, and then came back through to bed, and we were lying like again falling asleep, and then like the door kind of opened and then shut, and I never thought anything of it. I thought, oh, somebody's just looking in to see like who's in what room kind of thing. But then the person that I was with like jumped out of bed and like started shouting at somebody that they had taken pictures like of us lying in bed, and they were like, what you doing that for? Like, that's a ratty thing to do, like get them deleted. And that kind of straight away I was like, please don't start arguing, like I'm here myself. And I just didn't like the kind of vibes then, but I need to kind of hurry up because I've only got 10 minutes to talk. So that kind of came to nothing anyway. We went, the rest of the people that were there, there was Sam and another 3 people, and then the person that I was with. So Sam and the other 3 people came like through to the door, and they were speaking to me, like, and they were like, oh, like, you're the Scottish girl that such and such has been speaking to, like, it's nice to meet you, like, who are you here with? I was showing them pictures and stuff who I was with, and they were asking me to go with them the next night to an event, and I was like, yeah, that sounds good, we can meet up then. So we then went back to bed to watch like the film and stuff and fall back asleep. The 3 people that were there with Sam had left. Sam was still in the villa. We were in bed trying to get back to sleep, and then the next thing the door kind of went open, and like I had turned around to see like what was going on, and it was Sam standing like with his hand in the doorway, and he was shouting about a Rolex, and about a Rolex go missing. So the person I was with again got out of bed and went through to go and speak to him, and I could hear him shouting, saying like, this is what you get for bringing dirty slappers up into your apart, like up here, like what you doing, this is all your fault. And I just sat up and I was like, wait a fucking minute, I better not be getting accused of stealing anything. Like, call me what you want, but I'm not a fucking thief. I don't need to steal. I have nice things, that I work hard, I have a good job, I come from a good family. I was just there to meet this person. Like, it wasn't as if I had just met him on a night out and went back. Like, we'd been chatting for a long time. So I could then hear Sam telling him as well that a diamond had went missing, but then it was a diamond ring had went missing. And I thought, am I getting accused of this? Absolutely not. I'm not going to be getting accused of this. So I got out the bed and I went through, and him and Sam were like arguing at the top of the hall, and I was like, who the fuck are you talking? Like, are you accusing me of stealing something? He's like, fucking shut your mouth, you fucking dirty slapper, or I'll slap fuck out you. And I was like, what? No, you won't. I was like, you do not know who you're talking to. Like, you don't know who I am. Like, not in a way like I am anybody, but in a way like he doesn't know who I am. Like, how dare you speak to a woman like that, first of all. So then it just all started. I think he didn't like a woman standing up for herself against him, and he started calling me everything you could imagine, and I'm like, fine, whatever. And I was like, fucking go search my bag. I had a tiny little bag, and I was like, see, if I wanted to steal a Rolex, there was a Rolex sitting next to me all night that belonged to this person. If I wanted to, it would be in my bag and I would have went. Why would I want to? Like, I'm here to see this person, don't need to steal it. Anyway, he started arguing, and like he went for me, and I've like kind of like went to move back, and he was brushing his hair with like, do you know one of like the old brushes that like your gran would use? It's like the curly one, and it's like hard, and it's got a black hard handle. And he threw it as hard as he could towards me, and I was like in the hall, and I had to like move like this, and it was like going towards my face, and I've pulled my leg right up and like ducked down, and that's where the big bruises came. It hurt me so hard that it snapped in half. And you can see, I'll put more pictures up, that it hurt my leg so hard that you can see the bristle marks where it hit me. And then I was like, you're a fucking beastie bastard, like, who hits a woman, who does that? Like, don't dare like do something like that to me ever again. And then I had went like right up into his face. I was like, you don't scare me, I'm not scared of you. Like, I don't care if I'm in your villa here. And I was scared, but I felt like I need to stand up for myself. And he's like, you're a fucking dog, like, I'll fucking chop you up, I'll get a fucking acid attack put on you. And I was like, will you really? I don't think you will. And then because I was like right up in his face like saying this to him, again his ego doesn't like women like standing up to them, so this is what he done to me. Right in my face, and then went again, and I went, oh my god, you are absolutely disgusting, you are a beastly bastard. Like, there's no man that I know in Glasgow that would, one, lift their hands to a woman, or two, spit in her face. Like, if you've got an issue with a woman and you think that, get a woman to deal with it. And I was like, instead of like accusing me of doing this, what about the brass that you had last night in your apartment and you've switched all your cameras off? Because I'd already said to him, check your cameras and you'll see it wasn't me. And he's like, oh, I've switched them off, I went, of course you switched them off. You switched them off last night because you had 3 brass up in your house or your villa, and you don't want what's his missus called, Holly, and you don't want Holly to know you're out sleeping with all these people behind her back. And then like that was kind of, I went back through to the room and I post videos. Like, I was then like realised like the situation I was in. I was like shocked that had happened, and then I was like, no, I need to leave. Like, I'd phoned my friends, I'd already like shared my location where I was, and I just went through, like kind of barged past them and like collected my stuff, and I had to leave. But the person that I was with didn't want me to leave, and Sam ended up leaving. There's obviously a lot more to it. I've only got 10 minutes to say stuff, but that's the gist of what happened, and I'll post the rest of the pictures and videos. I had to take them to prove I was there, because I know what he's like. He'll